Okay, we'll move on to example number 3. Um, you can see 3 is we'll have or have another triangle here with only one angle, and then after that we have three known or two known sides with one unknown side. So we need to find all this value one by one. So let's take a look at PRQ, which is this angle PRQ, and if you do the arrow connection, we can connect 47 degrees to 7, and we will connect the other side, which is this angle PRQ, with 5. So you can see this is a slightly different problem. We have been using the sine rule to find an unknown side, but this time around we are going to find an unknown angle. So we can still use the sine rule to actually find the answer of angle PRQ. But I want you to move or go back. Okay, this is page 5. You're going to move back to the previous page. Okay, so go to page number 2. Okay, go to page number 2 here, where you have the summary for sine rule. And I want you to take note that we can actually flip the numerator and denominator and have a similar version for sine rule. So I can have sine A over the side A equals to sine B over the side B equals to sine C over the side C. So these two equations here, they are actually equivalent. I'm just moving the denominator up to the numerator, and then numerator move down, so they are all the same. So I'm going to use this version of the sine rule, where now the angle is at the top, the side is at the bottom. Okay, previously we have you can see here the sides at the top, angle at the bottom. Okay, so they are the same, they are equivalent here. So we're going to use the second version of the sine rule. Sine of angle A over side A equals to sine of angle B over side B, and this A and the small a is related by the arrow, B and the small b will be related by another arrow. Okay, so now that I have to find the unknown angle here, so I have to start with the sine of this unknown angle. So PRQ, angle PRQ over the side. So the side, if you can see from the arrow, is 5, and then after that I'm going to find equals to sine 47 degrees over 7. Okay, so I have my unknown here at the top, the numerator, so I can move the denominator. This is divided by 5, so I'm moving it up, so it becomes times 5 to the other side. So I have sine angle PRQ equals to 5 times sine 47 degrees over 7. Okay, so from here we have learned in the previous chapter that we can find angle PRQ by moving the sine. Okay, so when the sine moves to the other side, it becomes sine inverse, and you have angle PRQ equals to the sine inverse of the right hand side. So this whole fraction here, you have to put it here, over the 7, and you will get the value of angle PRQ. So press a calculator. Sine inverse so I have this and equal. So I have 31.493 degrees. So for angles, our final answer will be in 1 dB, so 31.5 degrees 1 dp. Okay, but when we label the answer here will be 31.493. Okay, so that's for the first question, unknown. The second unknown, QPR, which is here, we can use angle sum of triangle. So the sum of angle in the triangles of all angles in the triangle is 180 degrees minus 47 degrees minus the 31.493, and you will get the second answer. So this is the first answer. Second answer, angle QPR will be 180 degrees minus 47 degrees minus 31.493. So you will always use the more accurate digit or numbers will be 31.493. Do not use 31.5 here. Okay, this will we try to maintain the accuracy of our answers. So press a calculator. And we have 101.507 degrees. So to 1 dp will be 101.5 degrees. Okay, so when I label it will be the more accurate number, so there will be 101.507. Okay, so angle is done, and I need to find the side P. So this will be similar to the previous example. Side P is related to this angle 101.507, and then we can choose the other pair. So usually we will choose the pair that is already given by the question. So you can see 47 degrees and 7 is given. We will connect this and we have a cross. Okay, the red cross, and we can use the sine rule. So I'm going to use the first version of the sine rule where the side is at the top. So I will put the unknown at the top, and then we'll put the sign of the corresponding angles here, which is 101.507 at the bottom. Okay, so this should be equal to 7. Okay, so when you put the side at the top here, on the other side it is the side as well. So 7 over sine 47 degrees. And you can find the value of P. And we have this answer. Okay, so I'm just moving the sine 101.507 degrees up, and then I will calculate this value to get my final answer for P. So my value will be 9.3789. So in 3SF, okay, for side will be 3SF, angle will be 1 dp, so there will be 9.38 is in centimeter. So check, it can be in meters, but the question is in meters, but it's in cm now, so it will be in centimeter. So 3SF for this. Okay, to summarize this example, we can use sine rule, okay, to find an unknown angle. So somewhere along the line you have to remove the sine angle PRQ to find PRQ, so you have to move it to the other side and become sine inverse, and you get an answer. And for the next unknown, which is the last unknown, to find P, you can use the usual version where we have the side at the top. Okay, so you can have sine at the bottom, sine at the top, depending on the question. So usually this will be the unknown. I like to put it at the top so that the rest will move, and then I'm left with what is at the top on the left. Okay, so I want you to do for the rest of the period, the 3 self-practice. So this is self-practice 3. In the previous pages you have self-practice 1, 2 and 3, and I will get back to you in the next day or in the next lesson. Okay, and if you are fast, you can actually try example 4 and example and self-practice 4 on your own first. Okay, so for tomorrow's lesson, please do self-practice 1, 2 and 3 and get ready for the next day's lesson. Thank you.